And so, Gus, your custody battle is still ongoing, right?
Yeah, mine has been long, drawn out,
How long?
ridiculous.
How long has it been so far?
Probably since 2012.
Really?
Yeah,
Why
it's
does it
been
take you
going
so
on.
long?
A lot of it has to do with money. She's always wanting, she's always taking it back for more money, more money, more money. And what was it? She's kind of said a lot of things to my younger daughter. She was probably hurt because I didn't want her anymore. That's what I'm thinking. Because as soon as I filed, she went crazy. She's doing all this stuff. I file, she goes nuts. She's pissed at me. Like, what? That's what she said. What right do you have to leave me?
Really?
Yeah. Look, you're going to be missing all this. I was like, yeah, well, I don't think so. I do not think so.
And so she went to court, and does she have custody of the kids, or you have custody?
Well, she just got well, one daughter's 18, so she's out of the picture now. But she's been staying with me mostly.
The 18-year-old?
Yes,
okay.
She's been staying with me. The 15-year-old is exclusively with her mom now, because she went and saw the court mediator, told the mediator, they take them into a room. So I never know what's said to the child or what, because we talked about this on the way down, and it'll be an interesting thing for him to talk about, but she must have told the court mediator, I want to be with my mother full time.
Yeah.
But it was really interesting how it all went down, because she had wanted to be with me week to week.
Your daughter?
Yeah, my daughter.
The youngest one?
The youngest one. She had told me, I want to be there week to week. A month before, she went to court and asked for full custody. No, I mean a month before, and then a month later after that, she never came down to my house again.
Wow.
And then we go back to court, and she sits in the room with the mediator. They come out, the judge grants her, agrees with, okay, well, she asked for full custody with her mother. I don't know, like I said, I don't know what was said, I don't know what was used against me. And if I was a drunk, if I was a drug addict, if I abandoned the kids, if I was physically or mentally abusive to their mother or to them, it would make sense, but I did none of that, and the court still granted her. Like I was just in court the other day, and I told the judge, I said, you took my daughter in a room. She went in there and said, I want to be with my mother full time. She came out of that room, that mediator presented the papers to you, and you signed it and said, you know what, you're right. Your daughter doesn't need a father. And of course the judge goes, well, that's your perception. How is that not correct? He agreed with it. Yeah. He agreed with what she asked. You did say that.
Wow.
I mean, that guy, there's other judges that I've watched in the courtroom, but mine, this Judge Lehman, he's a horrible judge, but I've sat in other courtrooms.
He tended to take the side of the mother rather than the father? Or a fair balance at all? No,
not at all. He's very anti-father judge.
Oh.
Yes, in fact, I would advise, I've told other fathers in that courthouse, if he has not written a court order yet, go and ask for a change.
And so, what was it like losing your children for you?
That's very hurtful.
Yeah.
I mean, deep down, it's, to have your child walk into a room with somebody they've met maybe 3 times in their life, and tell that person, yes, I don't want to see my father, I want to be with my mother. How would that make you feel as a father? I mean, I volunteered. I went on school field trips. I drove the kids around. I volunteered for performances at school. I was part of the Brownie program. I assisted with all that. And then you go in and say, oh, I don't really need I don't want a dad. I just want to be with my mother full time. And it's, who knows what she's, fully told him that what happened. She probably said, oh, I heard this. He was sleeping with my friend too. Apparently the imaginary me is having a lot more fun than the real me. I mean, that's.
And so you had to pay your wife custody?
She gets custody,
right?
But I pay child support.
Oh, you pay child support.
Yes.
And right now, are you paying for both girls or just one now?
Just the one.
Because the older one is 18.
Yeah, which is weird because as soon as the other one turned 18, that's when the younger one went to the court and said, I only want to be with mom full time.
Wow.
It wasn't until mom was going to lose money.
Right. Are you still paying for the 18-year-old?
No, I'm not.
Just this one?
Yes, but she's been at my house, so she's, she's, I'm giving her all the food and stuff she needs. So
Alfonso, did you go through the same thing where they took your kids into a room? And,
yes.
And tell us about that.
It's interesting, and I just found this out actually some days ago before, when I told my daughter that I was going to come on the show. She started showing me what was said behind closed doors with a counselor, because I never asked her. She never told me. She said, but she told me that she felt almost attacked. You know, the counselor asked her, you know, who do you want to go with? And she said her father. He says, so do you not like your mother? I said, do you hate your mother? I said, no, I don't. I'm mad at her right now. She's not my favorite person right now.
Right.
But I don't hate her. Do you want her dead? I said, no, I don't want her dead. I want to live with her. And she kept, you know, at her and pressuring to try to make my daughter feel shamed, shamed because she was picking her father over her mother, and she ended up making my daughter cry, and she just felt like she was being pressured to say what she didn't want to say.
That's amazing. Those people are mean and dirty.
Yeah, how do we know that didn't happen in my case?
Right.
See,
yeah.
I mean, behind closed doors.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't tell me. I remember asking, well, what happened? And the counselor told me, she goes, I think your daughter really has some things to tell you. But nobody told me what, and I know they try to say it's a private conversation between the child and the counselor, but you should tell me what was said.
Did your daughter ever tell you what she said behind closed doors?
I have not seen her since that day. It's
really?
been over a year now since I've seen her at my house. And the last time I saw her was June.
And how old is she now?
She's 15. She's going to be 16 in a month.
And so when will your divorce be finalized?
Divorce is finalized, but she keeps going back for more money.
Oh,
in fact, we got to go back again. The judge booked us another appointment for March 5th. I have to go back.
So why do they keep giving her more money if you've already made a decision about this is what one child got, this is what the other one gets, and now the one that's 18 is on her own? You should just have the one payment for the one child.
See, that's what doesn't make any sense, at least with my case. Was at first I was ordered to pay spousal support, which is normal because
that's what I meant,
10 years.
spousal support. You had to pay that.
Yes, and then a week after I moved out, she moves in a fiance.
Wow.
A week after I moved out of the house.
Did you tell the court that?
Yeah, that the judge just did not.
And you still have to pay money to her directly?
Yeah, he
even
waited.
After having another boyfriend?
Yes, he waited a year. Once the guy had lived there for a year, then he got rid of spousal support.
Oh, okay.
But then he just took that money and converted it to child support. So I did not get a break. He just did, okay, well, spousal support's no longer an issue. And then he gave her the right to deduct one of the children when I had both of them on my taxes. At first, I was given the deduction. So he gave her a deduction and the money back.
Wow.
So I have never gotten, my other daughter turns 18. Then he raises my support back up to the same amount and gives her the right to completely deduct her on taxes. So I have never, he's kept my amount the same throughout the entire divorce.
Didn't your wife have a lawyer?
At first she did.
And did you ever have a lawyer?
I did at one point too.
You did too. And still your lawyer allowed that to happen?
Yeah, my lawyer was actually surprised at first. My lawyers kind of got more in a battle of, we're going to stick this to her instead of we're going to help you.
Oh.
That's what ended up happening. There was fight. I remember the lawyers yelling in the hallway of the courthouse, at the ex, and I'm going, okay, well, I always thought they're doing what's in my best interest.
Yeah.
They're the lawyers. Little did I know, they should have just said, if you want things to go right, change your judge.
Yeah.
And then it would have been a completely different outcome. That guy, like I said, he's anti-father judge. I guess we're just not.
Amazing.